everyone, this is Wen Lee coming to you from Fate of the Empress, and I wanted to tell you a little bit today about Mementos. So I had a special request from Namink to explain Mementos, and I hadn't made a video about them yet because I still felt a little uncertain about what was up with them, but now I feel pretty confident I could tell you a few things. So firstly of all, let me be really clear, there is actually a way to earn memento fragments 2 different ways for free without having to put any kind of money in. One is Flash Events Silk Road. Oh wait, 3. There's 3 different ways. So Silk Road on the weekends will give you quite a few shards for mementos, either elite or rare. The second way is to get carried for world elites. Some world elites will drop mementos. You just have to look at their drops. There it is. So you look at their drops and see what is there. If they have that memento, it will drop an entire memento if it does. So that's been a nice surprise for me. I didn't know that at first, and I got a memento from, I think, Fox Fairy once, and I was like, oh, wow. So the other way is actually in dailies and explore. So you can go to, maybe you have already enough might to get into these higher gear levels, but in the higher gear levels, let's go to gear, there is actually memento shards that drop. Let's see, 180. Okay, so 180 and 190 it looks like. So if you have someone on your server who can carry you for that, or if you have that much might, that is great, and you can do that method of collecting memento shards. So let's see, I can just hang out by the pond. The tortoise will probably be happy with that. Alright, so 3 different ways of getting shards for absolutely free. Of course, there's other ways like Gala Roulette, different events, packs, that kind of thing. But I don't particularly encourage anyone to do that. Like, I coincidentally happen to get some, trying to get other things, but there are free ways too. It's just very grindy. Alright. So mementos, let us talk about what they are, what's the deal, and why can't you just equip like the same one twice or something, right? So those are really common questions, and it's very easy to feel confused about it. So there's 2 different markers for mementos. One is this kind of title, and one is this type, glaze. So myrtle is the title, like, you can think of it like branding. And then glaze would be like the type of cereal. So, you know, General Mills, Cheerios, that kind of thing. So you can have all of the same brand lined up in your hero slots, and that will give you a series. Okay, they call it series. That will give you a series buff, and it tells you what the buff is right here. So if they're all epic or better, it's this. If it's you know, fabled or better, it's this. If it's elite, it's that. Rare, etc. The second type is set, so that would be like glaze, gold, agate, that kind of thing. So if you have the entire set matching the set, then the attributes will be like this. Now, where this comes into play, and it seems pretty important for most people, even early on, is the fact that you can't use more than one set type of a certain item at the same time. So for instance, if I had a myrtle glaze scroll and it was elite, I couldn't use it anywhere else without removing this glaze scroll from my main character. So if I had another one, let's see if I have another one, I might. Oh, here we go. I have 2 sandal scrolls. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I have 2 sandal scrolls. This one that's lit up in red here that I have on Levi, that one is an Elysium sandal scroll, and then I have a Privet sandal scroll over here, and you'll see that it is marked in blue. So those marked in blue mean that you have a set that matches a type of scroll that matches set and equipped to another character, and you can't take this one without stealing that other one from Levi. So that's the limitation. They made it tricky, and they did that. They limited how many types of one particular item you can use for whatever reason they like to do that. Okay, so this particular fan, thank you for being a fan, Naming, got some advice from a player in World Chat that said that the rare scrolls are basically worthless and you should exchange them up for better scrolls, etc. And okay, so there's kind of 2 parts to that. Well, yes, of course, Elite is going to give you better stats than a rare, but if you have basically only blue scrolls, only rare scrolls, and you just have enough to cover your players, like, see, I'm still missing one on typing, like, and one on Jiao Chan. Like, if you have enough of different types to actually fit in those slots, it's going to be much better for you until you can get more scrolls, or until you can get more mementos. It's going to be much better for you to use those blue ones and kind of just, be strategic about it. Like, obviously you don't want to just give typing stuff she doesn't need. And you do want to focus a bit on your main character and your main. But other than that, like, don't just exchange scroll or mementos. Man, I'm going to really mess that one up. Don't just exchange mementos just to get a better quality if you actually have mementos that work for those heroes. So for instance, my MC needs attack and crit. Like, Levi needs attack and, well, he actually does need defense because he's a bit squishy. But, like, if you're just putting them on to put them on, like, and they're not actually helping with that hero's stats, like, it's not going to give them that much of a boost, and you happen to have, let's see, that one blue rare one, and then you have 4 other blue rare ones you can't use for sure in the exchange, and you really feel like, a purple, an elite level memento would be a better choice, then yeah, exchange one. Don't just exchange all of them just because you want a quote-unquote better one, because the chances are you're going to get another memento that is like glaze or gold or agate that matches set type to another memento you have equipped, and then you won't even be able to use it. You'll be kind of be in that same boat. I can't tell you how many mementos I've been through. So many to get to the point where I am now, and I don't have match sets, obviously. Like maybe I could work a little harder on that, but then I would have to take aerial gold out and put aerial glaze in that slot, and then I would lose like 4,700. I'd lose like 4,000 attack. Like sometimes putting them together in sets just doesn't make sense yet. It's like an Mount Olympus type goal, or Mount Everest. Maybe when you get all the mementos in the world and, you got fabled even, like I ended up with one fabled, like then maybe you can consider trying to rearrange things a bit so that you have these match sets and get this bonus. But at first, until you have so many Momentos that you're just overrun and you build everything up to, elite, or I'm sorry, epic, or better, then just pay attention to the stats that match the hero. That's my best advice. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Of course, forging is just you add the memento and then you claim it later after it's done, or you can speed it up if you want. And reforge is for fabled only. They kind of let you skip over having 5 of them to exchange and just do 2. So if you end up with useless fabled ones, you can try to get better ones. I have not had that happen yet. And archive is like, that's all the ones that exist. So I don't even know if it tells you if you collected them or not, because I hardly ever look at this. I do know you get achievements for finishing the entire set. So all the sets and stuff. So you can come look at here and see the stats and kind of know what to look for. But my best advice is, if you are a beginning player or you haven't been playing all that long and you definitely free to play or very low input, do for sure 100% just hold on to your blue mementos, rare mementos, until you have plenty that you can't use, and then exchange, so on and so forth. So that's my best advice. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was clear. Mementos are extremely confusing. So if it's not very clear, please tell me. I will try to explain it again. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this is helpful. If you have suggestions, comments, etc., please put them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, have a great day, and help each other out.